My name is Dina Bandman, and I am a San Francisco-based interior designer. I've been using Ivy for almost exactly 1 year, and prior to Ivy, I was just using the Google Suite, so Google Drive, Google Spreadsheets, Google Docs, and although it was super organized, it was definitely very time-consuming, and I didn't realize how many capabilities I was missing out on. Thankfully, I found Ivy and it has completely revolutionized my business. Everything is so much more streamlined, so much more efficient. And the best part is that it's very intuitive and easy to use. I think for the most part, I learned Ivy on my own. And then when I had questions about something, would watch the tutorials that are available on YouTube. It's also been very easy as I bring additional team members on for them to adapt and get used to Ivy. The learning curve is very small, so it's just a great way for my business to continue to run efficiently. My team consists of me and 4 part-time associates. So I have a part-time senior designer, a part-time junior designer, a part-time project manager / expediter, and then a part-time intern. And all of us use Ivy on a daily basis, and all of us are very efficient in Ivy. So today I'm going to show you how I use Ivy to maximize my business and how you can use some of the hacks that I figured out and implement them into your own business. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the pinner, probably one of my favorite parts of Ivy. I use it obsessively. So here's the hourglass table from Bunny Williams' home. This is one of my favorite tables. If you don't already have the Ivy Clipper, you need to download it and then it'll live up here. So I'm going to click on the Ivy Clipper. It's just super easy. You click on this right-hand column and then you grab the item that you want. I always put in the name, so hourglass table, and I actually write color gold because this comes in 2 different colors. Category. So I have so many categories. It goes on and on and on. And the reason I do this is that when I'm searching, I use the Ivy, my products library, as kind of a Pinterest. I have so many items in here, and when I'm looking for the perfect side table, I can just write side table, and then all the options that I've pinned pop up. So this is table, and I'm going to call it a side table. Cost, it's $4,800. You get 30% off. I can't do the math that quickly, so I'm just gonna write $4,800. Markup, whatever your markup is, mine's 25%. Choose vendor, Bunny Williams. Description, I don't actually put in a description. I just find it gets a little too wordy for clients. But I do fill out other items. This project, this new feature is great. You can add it. Let's say I'm going to add it to DB inventory and then add full product details. So I always add the SKU if it's available because I feel like that makes getting a quote super easy. Here they don't have a SKU. Manufacturer is Bunny Williams. Materials, I don't typically put in all the materials, but for example, here I think it's important to write that the crema marfel marble top is reminiscent of travertine marble. Dimensions, I always write dimensions. As designers, dimensions are crucial. Finish color, we already talked about this, but I'm going to put it in here. So this is the gold. And then I would say save product. Another way that I use this Ivy Clipper is to store inspiration images. So kind of how people use Pinterest, I use the Ivy Clipper. So this is Jeffrey Bill Huber's Rams chair. Called that because of this amazing detail on the chair. And I really love this chair shape. You have to have it custom made. And so I would add this to the clipper, kind of like we just did. And then product title, I would write chair option, Rams chair. Category, this is a chair. To me, this is a living room chair. I'd put this in a living room. Cost, we don't know because it's going to have to be custom made. Choose a vendor. I usually use Hardesty Dwyer. They're a local upholstery shop here. They make amazing furniture. Description, I would write Rams chair as seen by Jeffrey Bill Huber. I'm going to add this to to DB custom furniture, and then add full product details. So we don't have a SKU because this has never been made. We don't have a manufacturer, although I would probably have Hardesty Dwyer make it. Materials, dimensions, finished collar, MSRP, all of this is kind of irrelevant since it hasn't been made. But now I'm going to hit Save Product. Then if I go into my products library, and I'm going to search for chair option. Oh, you'll see that right now I have 3 chair options. But when I'm sourcing for a new project and I want creative chairs, if I click on chair option, I would have all the ones that I've ever clicked to my products library. So we could do sofa option. And there I have 1 sofa option. So this is a great way to store furniture that you've seen that you like. Okay, moving on from the products clipper, I'm going to teach you about how I do proposals and how I use the assets feature. So this is a little slideshow that I do for clients to help them visualize their space. So this is something that I had done for Showcase. So as you can see, here is the rendering and the floor plan. And then here's some more detail shots. And then here's kind of a mood board with furniture I picked out. And so let's say I'm creating a proposal for a client. So I'm going to go to Projects. Let's say this is for Battery 1. And I'm going to go to Proposals. And I'm going to go Create New Proposal. And let's see if I do chair. Here we go. So I'm going to throw this chair in, and I'm going to throw a few items in. Something really important that we do is we always fill out this document tags, and we like to number every room that we're doing. So the foyer would be A1. And then let's say the next room is the dining room. That would be A2. And then the dining room leads into the kitchen. That would be A3. So before we start working on a project, we label every single room, and then we have it written down. So everyone refers to the room the same way. So let's say this is for A3 living room. And we like to do our proposals so that each proposal is 1 room. So if this house had 20 rooms, we would have 20 different proposals. And I'm ready to send this off to the client. I would hit Save. And then in Attachments, I would hit Add. So I would go back to the slideshow, and we usually do this as a screenshot. I want to add that, and I also want to add the floor plan and the rendering for them. And then I would go back to Ivy. I'd go back to Attachments plus Add. There they are. And then I could click on both of them, hit Open, and now they're attaching. And so when my client gets this proposal, they'll be able to see the floor plan, and they'll be able to see the mood board as well. And so it's super easy for them to have all this information at once. And typically I would retitle this. So let's say this one is the floor plan. Save. And then this is the mood board. Save. Some other features I'd like to talk to you about in Ivy is for time billing. My other favorite feature is this stopwatch. So anytime I'm sitting at a computer, and I'm starting to work on something for a client, I select what client it is, service, let's say I'm design services, my hourly rate, today's date, and then for this client, I'm going to review architectural plans in preparation for site meeting on 5/10/18. And then I would have the stopwatch go, and then I would start doing whatever I need to do. And then when I'm done, I click on the stopwatch again. I write log time, saying 0 minutes, but let's say I had actually spent 50 minutes on it. The stopwatch would have been going for 50 minutes, and then I hit save. And my time has been captured. I used to have a Google spreadsheet where we kept all the vendors, and we have switched that spreadsheet over to Ivy. And as you can see, this is just the Ivy template. So they have a lot of brands in here, but there's not very much information. What we actually do is we put in every single detail. So let's look at abnormal, not anonymous. I would have my rep's name in here, last name, email, super important, phone number, website. If they have an account number, we would put that in. I would put these tags in. These are crucial. And then I always put the address in because if someone on the team needs to be writing a check, they don't need to ask me for the address. They don't need to go online. It's all in this Ivy program under vendors. And so then we would hit save. What's so great about Ivy is you can store all the information your company needs. And instead of sending a million emails asking, what's this? What's that? Who has this person's contact info? The people on my team know that you have to first look into Ivy before asking anyone on the team, because this really is essentially our design encyclopedia. If you're not using Ivy and you're watching this, to learn more about Ivy, I cannot commend them enough for creating a system that makes my design business run more smoothly and more efficiently. I don't know, I can't even believe that I wasn't using Ivy when I first started my business. And I'm so lucky that, I was pretty new and found it relatively quickly, because it's really helped me streamline my business and focus more on the design aspect. Obviously, we all know as designers that this is, 80% paperwork and then 20% design. But if that 80% of paperwork can be reduced or can be done more efficiently or can be done so that it's less painful, the business will run much more smoothly. And it's also great for clients to be able to send out the proposals and for them to be able to toggle through and to see everything clearly. We used to do these proposal packets that just took so long. So yeah, Ivy's wonderful. You can contact me personally to talk to me about it. And I hope that you start using it if you aren't already. And I hope that if you are using it, you really maximize how you're using it, because you shouldn't need to use Google Docs anymore or any other supplementary programs. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.